It is Friday, June 7th, and this is another countdown to retirement video. This will be my biggest video yet, not in terms of length of video, but this is the month that I retire. I'll be doing a clip probably about once a week till the end of the month, and the last one will be goodbye. I will have been retired. Maybe I will do videos on something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have some ideas. Not that really many people watch this, but maybe I'll do something more interesting another time later. So what did I get this week at Strand? Let's see. Everything here is from Strand. I managed to get, I think there's 12 books this week. So pretty good. I was only at work 4 days, so 12 books. I actually did buy 3 a day. So what did I get? Horizons West by Jim Kitsis. And this is a book about Western movies. Ambrose Bierce, the author, The Moonlit Road and Other Ghost and Horror Stories. Unabridged, Dover Thrift Edition, was $1. This was also $1. This looks like a pretty good book. Moral Minority by Brooke Allen, subtitled Our Skeptical Founding Fathers. This was a very nice find. The Common Soldier in the Civil War. But really, it's 2 books combined into one. It's The Life of Billy Yank and The Life of Johnny Reb, 2 famous books by author Belle Irvin Wiley. 2 in 1. This looks interesting. Only to Sleep by Lawrence Osborne. It's a Philip Marlowe novel, and Philip Marlowe is, of course, the character, famous detective created by Raymond Chandler. These are all bought outside Strand for $1 or $2. Martin Rees, you could see him on some TV shows occasionally. Just 6 numbers. This book is from, subtitled The Deep Forces That Shape the Universe. This book is from, I think, 2000. So it's a little bit old, but it's got some interesting stuff in here. 1999, and actually 1999, but republished, I guess, in 2000. This has no dust jacket, but it's called The Outlaw Trail, and it is subtitled A History of Butch Cassidy and His Wild Bunch. It's by Charles Kelly, and it's an ex-library book. It's got this little marking over here. It's $2. Looks interesting, got good reviews. This is a famous book. I never had purchased it until now. 1776 by David McCullough. It was outside for $2. It's like decal edged, pretty much brand new. Artists and Illustrators of the Old West. This was $1 by Robert Taft. I have this book in hardcover. I think maybe 2 or 3 copies. Here I have it, softcover. No Man's Land by Reginald Hill. This is a World War I novel. This book also has no dust jacket. It's Woody Allen on Woody Allen, in conversation with Stig, S-T-I-G, Bjorkman. It's like, I guess, Swedish or Norwegian, Bjorkman. And last, Lincoln's Assassins, Their Trial and Execution by James L. Swanson and Daniel R. Weinberg. It's an oversized book with photographs and some text. Excellent condition. So that's what I got this week at Strand. I have 8 more days to go to Strand until I will not be going every day. I'm sure I'll go once in a while, but I won't be going every day, so my book buying is really going to slow down tremendously. We go to a lot of bookstores, my family. We're going, as a matter of fact, tomorrow to 2 used bookstores, but going to Strand every day, usually 5 days a week, really adds up if you find a book 2 or 3. So those days are over, which is a good thing because I have no room for books. I seriously have books just piled now. I don't know where to put them, and yet I'm going to 2 bookstores tomorrow. So that's how it goes. I love books. So until next week, I might do a video actually on Sunday or tomorrow night for the books I buy tomorrow. So until next time, bye. It's Sunday afternoon, June 9, 2019. And it's also the anniversary, the 143rd anniversary of the skirmish at Tongue River Heights. Took place between Cheyenne Indians and the forces under General George Crook in northern Wyoming. This was during the Sioux War of 1876. Skirmish at Tongue River Heights, 143 years ago today. Okay, so yesterday we had a pretty good book haul. Went to two different used bookstores. And I'm going to go over the books that I purchased. I think it's 25 if I remember correctly. The paperbacks, all of them except for 4 of them, were a dime each. The other 4 were a quarter each. I bought them in a different store. But they were having a sale at one store, so a dime's pretty good. Excellent, actually. Okay, World's Best Science Fiction, 4th series. Stories by Isaac Asimov, Harlan Ellison, Brian Aldiss, Samuel Delaney, Larry Niven, and many others. Edited by Donald A. Walheim and Terry Carr. I did not realize that I had this, which when I was listing my books in my file, I went to list this one and saw that I already had it. But it was only a dime and make a good reading copy, go on a trip. Could bring it, some short stories. Andre Norton, who was a woman, Law of the Witch World. This is some short stories, and one of them I read as part of another compilation called The Sand Sister, I think. And it's in here, and I really liked that story, so I was happy to find a book of short stories, I think, or maybe related or similar to that story. This looked interesting. West of the Sun by Edgar Pangborn. It was only a dime, so I figured I'll just get it. It's like a sci-fi novel. It's no good, no great loss. Birthright, The Book of Man by Mike Resnick. Another book that just kind of seemed kind of interesting. Only a dime. Nothing really to lose, except I'm losing space because I have nowhere to put books. But it was hard to turn it down. SAR, S-A-R, by John Robert Russell. This is kind of like a erotic kind of sci-fi book, it looks like. It looked kind of interesting. I like the cover. Wanted to get it. Slave Girl of Gore, number 11 in the series of Gore books by John Norman. The Puppet Masters, a sci-fi novel by Robert A. Heinlein. Von Ryan's Express, this by David Westheimer. This movie was made with Frank Sinatra. Still have to watch the movie. I should do like a combo, watch the movie and read the book. Gomer Pyle USMC was only a dime. I already have 2 of these, but I feel like it's kind of a collectible. So if I see it, I get it. It's like the Mr. Ed book. I might have 2 of them. It's like a paperback. I have 1 for sure, maybe 2. I'm always looking for more. The Winds of War by Herman Wouk. Or Wouk. I'm not sure how you say his last name. W-O-U-K. I think it's Woke. Or Wowick. Anyway, it's a very thick book. Well over 1,000 pages. Only a dime. And it looked interesting. Got good reviews. And I said I wouldn't buy any more of this particular paperback, but it was a dime. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. I bought this because there's an afterword by one that I don't have, and an introduction that I don't have. So it's basically 2 little details about it that were new. I still have to read the book. The Massacre at Fall Creek by Jessamine West. The Way to Bright Star by Dee Brown, who wrote the famous book Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. The Drifter by Will Cook. And last, I have this, but it's only a dime. It'll be good to read when I go somewhere on a trip, maybe. Just read it and get rid of it. Court Martial of George Armstrong Custer by Douglas C. Jones. I think this is like my 3rd paperback. It's in pretty good shape. Okay, continuing. Marlene Dietrich, a little book about her by Taschen. Taschen makes these really nice photography books. There's also, some captions. They're in 2 or 3 different languages. Kind of interesting. You could read it like in German, or maybe it's French in there also with the English. Flashman and the Redskins by George Fraser McDonald. I think this was a quarter. I've seen this book a lot, and I never did buy it. And finally, it was just 50 cents. I figured I'd get it. God Gave Us This Country. Tecumseh, which is like Tecumseh, and the First American Civil War by Bill Gilbert. D-Day, Voices from D-Day, Eyewitness Accounts of 6th of June 1944, by Jonathan Bastable. This is a book that I had a long time ago and don't have anymore. When I had gone through a move many years ago, I had gotten rid of a lot of books. It was just a bad time in my life, not something I wouldn't do again today. But back then, I just wasn't in my right frame of mind, and I got rid of a lot of books, which I got back almost probably everything that I gotten rid of, except for, sure some things I'm forgetting about, but in terms of history, probably everything I've gotten back. So I was happy to find this, Buffalo Bill, His Family, Friends, Fame, Failures, and Fortunes by Nellie Snyder Yost. This is an ex-library book, so there's a pocket in the back here, I'll show you. But it was only, the book was I think a $1, and got a map. It was never used. The book is unused. I put on a nice clear Brodart sleeve, got rid of the old dirty one that was on here. So I think for the price that was worth it, definitely. Inside Star Trek, The Real Story by Herbert F. Solow and Robert H. Justman. Hardcover, dust jacket. I think I paid $2 for this. This was a great book. I was very surprised to see it, though, for sale, so I wanted to get it. It's hardcover. The Ordeal of Running Standing, a novel by Thomas Fall. I think it's a really cool cover, but it's a wonderful book. This is also an ex-library book. I'll show you. But it's like unread. And it was in excellent shape, other than that card in the back, a little pocket. This was $1. The American Heritage Century Collection of Civil War Art. Edited by Stephen Sears and forward by Bruce Catton. Dust jacket's in pretty good shape, except the back. There's a little piece missing over here, and it's a little bit of a crinkle in it, but it's not such a big deal. It was only $1 of the book, so definitely worth it. Two more to go. Chronicles of the Civil War, an illustrated history of the war between the states by David Phillips and John Wideman. Wideman. Very nice book, like brand new. I think I paid maybe a couple of dollars for that, or 3 tops. And this I think was $1. No, it was $1. Bonanza, A Viewer's Guide to the TV Legend by David Greenland. It's got some nice pictures in here. It's just a synopsis of all of the episodes, and some like articles and other stuff to read. So it's great shape. I'm not really I don't have the Bonanza DVDs, and I don't really watch it. I mean, maybe if the one came on TV, I might watch an episode now and again, but I used to watch it growing up a lot. So it's just kind of cool to have. It's in great shape, nice collectible. Doesn't take up much space. I'll put it in a nice like comic sleeve and keep it. Cool to have. So that's everything that my voice went up there for a second. that's everything that I picked up yesterday. I now have the fun job of finding places to put all of these books. Actually, I have another box of books on the side here that I still have not sorted through and put away. I'm home tomorrow. No work. There's a holiday, and I will not be at work tomorrow. So maybe I'll take some time and try to rearrange things a little bit if I feel up to it. But certainly, I'll be retiring in a couple of weeks. I'll have plenty of time to rearrange things around here and try to make some room. So till next time, bye. It's Friday, June 14th, and time for another end of week video. So what books did I get this week? I'm actually going to start with a book that I got last week and forgot to include in the video. This was pre-ordered on Amazon. Rosebud, June 17, 1876, Prelude to the Little Bighorn by Paul L. Hedren. And I am mentioned in this book multiple times because I did help with the research a little bit. I actually have quite a few books that I mentioned in for some research that I have done in a book that I have written, or more than one book actually. But I don't really want to get into that. Okay, what else did I get? This I purchased on eBay. This is Journal of an Expedition to the Badlands and the Upper Missouri in 1850 by Thaddeus Culbertson, edited by John Francis McDermott. And this is a Smithsonian Institution booklet from 1952, which is kind of interesting. It's just about 100 years after the actual events described and how the world had changed in that 100 years. Okay, so what did I get at Strand this week? 40 Miles a Day on Beans and Hay by Don Rickey Jr. This was $1. It's in great shape, practically brand new. I do have it, but it was only $1. Motley Crue, The Dirt, written by Motley Crue. This was $1. It's in pretty good shape. Just a few little dings here and there, but I fixed it up, glued the corners so they're not separating. It's in good shape. Sure enough, for $1 to read, it's perfect. Mosby's Rangers by Jeffrey Wirt. He wrote a biography of George Custer after this book. Or was it before this book? Well, it doesn't matter. I think it was after this book. Anyway, this was $2 outside. And the last book, Brady's Civil War, a collection of memorable Civil War images photographed by Matthew Brady and his assistants, written by Webb Garrison, and introduction by Alan Axelrod. I put the clear Brodart sleeve on it. It was $2. Nice purchase. That is it for this week. Next week I work 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is my son's graduation. I am not at work. Will not be going to Strand. And then Friday is my last day at work. So I have 4 more days to go to Strand, at least as part of my work day. I will go back, I'm sure, now and again, and I have to because 2 people at work gave me a $60 gift card to go to Strand. So I need to spend that. That's it for this week. I can't believe that we are down to one more video next week, and then after that I'll probably wait till the end of the month, do some closing video, and that is it for this project, which was, when I'm done, will be 40 or 41 videos of my countdown to retirement. Tonight we watched the 88th episode and last episode of Farscape. We've been watching one a week. Finished it tonight. Now we're going to watch the movie in 2 parts. So we'll be done at the end of June, which is originally when I thought I would be retiring, but it's ending up that I'm leaving a week early because of my son's school schedule. But neither here nor there, right? So that's it for this week, and till next time, bye. It's Friday, June 21st, 2019, and this is a momentous video. I retired this afternoon, left work at noon, went over to Strand, Picked up one book, which I'll get to in a minute, but I am now officially retired, and I don't really know what to feel. It's like, it hasn't really hit me yet. I don't feel any different, but I know that I don't have to go to work on Monday. It's just still too new. I have to get into this, like, a week goes by, a month goes by, 6 months go by, and it's like, gee, I'm not going to work anymore. Maybe it'll hit me then, but right now it's still very new and very strange. So let's get to my book haul for this week ending June 21. Now, the first book I'm going to show, I may have had this in a previous video. I don't remember. I can't go through every moment of all the previous videos so far. So I'm just going to show it again. If I already did show it, my apologies. The Beatles Anthology by the Beatles. I just don't remember even when I bought it. It had to be this month, but I just don't remember if it was in a video. Blacking out on that one. Okay, so what did I get this week? Lincoln, speeches, letters, miscellaneous writings, presidential messages, and proclamations. This is Library of America. They had another one with Lincoln with some debates that he did, but I didn't get that one. This was $2, like brand new. The Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen, a novel by Siri James. It's only $1. This looked interesting. The Removes. It's a historical novel about Custer, or at least includes Custer in it. Tatjana Soli. And this book, it's brand new. It was outside at Strand for $5, which is odd. Most of the time these books are $2, but they did raise the price on newer editions that they were putting out. So this $5, but I wanted to get it. The cover caught my eye. Got good reviews. Hopefully it's a good book. I took a chance, but it's very nice. Let me show you the end papers. You can see ledger art. Native American ledger art. So, nice cover. The Removes. And it's explained in the book why it's called that. This was $1. America First Hand by Robert Marcus, David Berner, and Anthony Marcus. 8th edition. And this has like first-person accounts related to American history. From settlement to Reconstruction. So it covers a big swath of time there. The World of Jane Austen by Nigel Nicholson. And I guess this is like kind of like a geography book regarding Jane Austen, like all the places that she lived or would have visited with pictures of the buildings and so forth and the land. It's only $1. It's in great shape. This was Andersonville, and it's edited by Roy Meredith. But the account is the account of a former journalist for the Toledo Blade, John McElroy, enlisted in Company L, 16th Illinois Cavalry. I guess he was captured by the Confederates, and he was held at Andersonville. The only thing wrong with it was there was a part out of the back of the dust jacket that was torn off. I wonder if it was like on the shelf somewhere when I took the book. I could have just pasted it back in, but I didn't see it. I didn't look too carefully. I didn't think to do it till afterwards. Anyway, other than that, the book's in like excellent shape. And then today, for my last book haul from Strand as a working person, I picked this up. I was hoping to find at least one book because just kind of nice to have on my last day to get a book. So, The Exploding Suns by Isaac Asimov. This book is from the 80s, but I was just looking it up online. It's from 1985. It got 2 5-star reviews. It says that it's accurate and that information has been added to it, but that it's accurate for its time. And it looked interesting. I like Isaac Asimov, and I have some other science books that he wrote. So for $2, I figured what the heck, I get it. So that is my final book haul. Again, like I said, as a working person, I will go back to Strand. I have a $60 gift card that I need to spend, and I'll just go once in a while anyway, just to get out and go hang out over there a little while and see what I could find. But I have a lot of books I need to read. Who knows what other projects I'll get involved in now that I'm retired. I have some ideas in my head. Um, so we'll see what happens. It's been I started this project. It's not over yet because I'll do my end of month video at the end of the month. So this is just the last one, the last clip to this video. That's me as a working person, but still continue this at the end of the month. But anyway, I started this project like February, I think, 2000 and maybe it was 16, something like 41 months ago. So it's been just to help me, every month make this video, help me along mentally to get to this point. So there you go. I can't believe it, and I did it. I'm proud of myself. I stuck it out. There were times I thought, well, I'll just stop the videos. Now I'm just mumbling, but I kept going. So that's it. I'm gonna say goodbye. I don't know what to say anymore. Bye. It's Friday, June 28th, and this is the video clip that I have been waiting almost 3.5 years to make. I am retired. I made it this far. Congratulations to me. So last week on Friday the 21st was my last day of work, and I did not go to Strand this entire week because I did not go to the city, but I did order one book, so this is going to be a very short book haul video. The Illustrated Life and Times of Wild Bill Hickok, The First Gunfighter by Bob Bowes Bell. I ordered this from True West magazine, which is run by Bob Bowes Bell. So as this is my last clip, I don't really have any big news. Might do some other video series. I have an idea or two in my head. But book club videos I'm probably not going to do anymore. I've been doing those for a few years. Even before I started doing the countdown to retirement, I was doing book club videos. But really nobody watches them, and they were just kind of fun for me. But I don't really see much need to keep doing that. How is retirement? Well, life is sweeter. What I mean by that is, it used to be that you're like off for the weekend and you got to go back to work on Monday, or you're going on vacation and you know that, like, okay, I'm off today, but this time next week I'll be back at work. That's gone. It's like you're just free. You can just enjoy yourself, and you don't have to worry about going back to work. I mean, if you love your job, great. I didn't love my job, but I got some very nice parting gifts from my job. So, I mean, that was nice. And nothing against the people. The people were fine for the most part, but just the job was not really to my liking. If you don't know what my job was, I will tell you. I guess nobody would know, but I worked in a synagogue, and I am an atheist. And for little over 15 years, I worked in a synagogue. I mean, everybody knew I was an atheist, and it was a job, but it wasn't an ideal place for me. In some ways it was. I mean, I had off weekends, I had good hours. I mean, the pay wasn't so bad. So there were, nice features to the job, but I wasn't doing something that was giving me a personally good feeling because I'm not religious, and I was in an environment that was religious. So on a personal satisfaction level, I really wasn't getting much satisfaction out of it. I was getting my paycheck, like say there was fringe benefits, not having to work on weekends and so forth. So yeah, it's good and it's bad, but I don't have to do it anymore, and I'm happy about that, and I can finally appreciate life in a way that I didn't before. So that's the big difference. But if you love what you do, it's not really work, and so you enjoy it, and like being around people. But I'm kind of like a loner. I like just sitting, reading my book, having a cup of coffee, and just kind of being in my own mind. That's kind of the person I am. So this is ideal for me. My wife retired also on Wednesday, so now we're both retired. So it's pretty cool. And that is the end of my video. Countdown to retirement over and out. Bye.